You know, now that I'm retired, I'm going to be spending a lot more time in the workshop over here. And I have no signal when I'm in that all-metal building. I have nothing on my phone. I can't pick up the Wi-Fi. So I'm going to try to set something up today where I'll have a signal in that barn and maybe even be able to watch the old YouTubes in there. Now, this is called a Wi-Fi bridge. I'm going to try to send the signal from the cabin up there down to the barn over here. Just two antennas you set up, and then you plug them into your existing router, and then I'm going to have a new router in the barn, and hopefully we'll get a signal. So the way we got it set up is we have our internet goes to the modular up on the hill, and then there's a phone line going down to the cabin. So the internet isn't quite as good in the cabin as it is in the house, but it's still, I mean, we can watch Netflix, YouTube, everything. Then I'm going to send it via signal down to the barn. So will I have enough signal to watch anything down there? I don't know. Okay, the plan is to put the transmitter up here on the corner of the cabin where we have Wi-Fi, and then way down there on the corner of the pole barn, put the receiver. So we'll have Wi-Fi in the shop. That's only 61 yards to the corner of the pole barn, and these things have a range of up to 3 miles, so we're good. All right, we're going to open up this box and see what we've got here. Got a box within a box. Two more boxes within a box. Here we have the transmitters. Here we have the mounts. Here's the power box, or PoE, two of those. Here's what they look like. This is model CPE882. Okay, here's the router I went with. Here's the cables. I got a 15-foot and a 10-foot. It's crazy, I live in the middle of nowhere, and these got here in less than 24 hours through Amazon. I'll put the links to these down below if you want to check them out. Hopefully they will work just fine. I'm going to set up my router down here in the corner. Just put it on the fridge for now. I might probably build a shelf and mount it up there. Look at this old fridge. That's the best working fridge we've got, too. Crazy. Make sure I've got the right one here. It should be set to B for receiver. And it is. Now I need to drill a hole. I'll go ahead and mount the bracket first before I drill a hole. That way I know exactly where to put it. Now these brackets come with all the hardware, but I like these little barn metal screws. Kind of seal themselves up. And I already had some laying around. Point it up a little bit since the signal's coming from uphill. Looks like we'll have that one tree right there in the way, but I think it'll be all right if I put it right on the corner up there. I think we'll be fine. A pilot hole now. Managed to hit that rib with my pilot hole. That wasn't too smart. Well, I think that's a 1/2 inch. I'm not sure if that's going to be big enough or not. Well, it did come with these grommets, but they're 3/4 inch. I know I don't have a drill bit that big. Well, instead of doing what a normal person would do and go get the right size drill bit, I just use the old Dremel and widen out the hole until that grommet fits in there. Definitely have to caulk around that. Give it a little drip loop. Okay, time to go inside. Now I got the PoE box. That's where the power comes from. So we got the receiver plugged in here, and then the LAN out to the router. Hopefully that's right. So we got everything plugged in here. No signal yet, which there shouldn't be. We don't have the transmitter set up. I'll have to patch up my hole there. All right, let's go get the other one set up. We do have power out here, so I need to put the cover back on. Then we'll be ready to head up there. So I come up here to the cabin. I got another one of those PoE boxes. I've got a Ethernet plugged into the modem into the box, and then the transmitter got an Ethernet running from it into the PoE for power. And what I did was I put it on this ladder here, pointed it down at the pole barn. That's all I did was plug it in, went down there, and I've got internet down there now. Super easy. I did have to set up the my new router, which was pretty simple once I figured it out. Had to do a little Googling on it and watch some videos. But the signal was so good that I'm gonna try, I've got it in here on top of the fridge. I'm gonna see how it does through the window, and maybe I won't even have to mount this thing. Because, I mean, if I can watch videos and stuff down there, that's all I need. I don't need like any crazy upload speeds or anything. So, let's go test the speed and see what we got. Okay, 2.4 and 5G are both lit up. We should be good to go. All right, these were the speeds I was getting in the cabin through wireless. I plugged this computer into Ethernet and I was getting over 100, and I think it was 100 download and 70 something upload. But going through the Wi-Fi, this is the numbers I got in the cabin. So we're going to test it again. Test it down here and see what well, that don't make any sense. I'm getting better download speeds down here. That doesn't make any sense. Wow. Okay. That's crazy, but I'll definitely take it. And I am in my garage. I think I'll get one of those smart projectors and set it up in here to watch YouTube and stuff. I got this big white wall over here. It's kind of messed up because I got LED lights in here through the camera, but yeah, I'll just project me some YouTube up here on the wall. That'll be pretty cool. Let's hit test again on this and just see what we get. Yeah, it's not quite as high as the first time, but it's still up there. So yeah, I can't really explain why I'm getting a faster speed down here than I am in the cabin where this Wi-Fi is coming from. It's transmitting down here. I've got the receiver set up, and somehow I'm getting faster speed down here. That doesn't make any sense. But like I said, I'll take it. So this thing was super easy to set up. It does come with a pretty good manual, but I didn't even have to open that up. So our internet is set up at the main house. Then there's a phone line going to the cabin. We have a modem down there set up so we can have wireless internet at the cabin. And then the internet down here is coming from the cabin. So from the main internet up at the house, it's spread out pretty good now. You know, speaking of that, let's take the laptop up to the main house and just see what our wireless speeds are up there. All right, we were up here in the kitchen. Pardon the mess, it's still a construction zone up here. Got a few things to finish up before we move in. Okay, there's the speeds we were getting down the barn. We're now connected to the house Wi-Fi. Oh, wow. We got super fast wireless up here. Shoo! Connection is very fast, I would say. Test that again. But I've got plenty down at the barn for watching videos. And I'll have a signal down there through Wi-Fi calling where if somebody wants to get a hold of me and I'm in that barn all day, I won't have to worry about that anymore. So I suppose what I could do if I ever do want faster speeds down at the barn is mount my transmitter up here and then put the receiver up high on the pole barn, and I could probably get some super fast speeds. Because, like I said, there's an old phone line running from this house down to the cabin, and that's where our internet's coming from in the cabin. It originates up here, goes via phone line, and then I'm sending that signal down to the pole barn. But that signal I'm getting is plenty for me. I'll be watching the YouTubes in the shop. Well, I'm back down at the barn now. We'll just try out the old YouTubes and see. Let's just hit the old home page and see what pops up here. Ah, tell what I've been looking at. Wi-Fi internet across the entire farm. Let's see what the old Chicanic's been up to. Comes right up. Let's see what Azul's up to today. Ah, ads. Yeah, it plays just as good as if I'm up sitting in a cabin. Awesome. Well, if you think this Adalov bridge is something that'd work for you, I'll have a link to it down below. I also have a link to the cables and the router that I went with. Till then, catch you later.
Big old mama. I don't have a net either. We're just gonna swing her. Oh, she engulfed that thing. Holy smokes! Man, guys, that's plenty of sheep's head for dinner right there.